Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the EA and FIFA drama that's currently been going on. So I heard a couple rumors about EA dropping FIFA, and this is something that's sort of been in the talks and been a thing that could potentially happen for a couple months now. And I was personally thinking that it just wouldn't happen because EA has FIFA as its biggest thing, right? Like, FIFA is bigger than 2K, it's bigger than Madden, because it's an international thing, because it's covering the sport of soccer, or as they call it pretty much everywhere else in the world, football. So essentially what's going on here is FIFA wanted more money. They are said to have wanted double of the 150 million that they already get per year, and EA was like, no, we're not giving you that. And so they decided, hey, we're splitting this. This is your last FIFA game. So they're gonna, they being EA, is going to make a game called EA Sports FC. Now EA Sports FC is a game that will be focused on pretty much the same stuff, and there will be certain players and teams that were already licensed to them outside of the FIFA agreement that'll be in there. But one of the biggest things that they're just not going to be able to have is the World Cup. Now the World Cup is pretty much it's one of the biggest things that happens anytime that it happens, and it's pretty much like when you're playing Madden, right? Imagine you play and you finish the season 16-0 or 17-0, whatever it is now in the current Madden, and you go to the playoffs and you don't play in the wild card because you had the first seed, right? So you're not paying it that much attention. But then when you get to what should be the divisional round, it's just like not that, or it's like the APB divisional round or the APB championship. And then when you get to the screen bowl, like they can't call it that if they're not licensed to do so. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with what they have. Whether they just create like a EA Sports Championship or EA Sports Cup is something that I would do if I were in charge. If I was in charge at EA right now. I'm really wondering, like, why they didn't just give them the it was 300 million, which obviously is like a lot for you and me, but like EA gets like billions per year from FIFA. So I mean, it's not really, I don't want to say it's not that much, but I mean, for them it isn't, is what I'm trying to say. Like I already said, it's something that they'll just wave off, and it'll be a net positive, because even though, like I said, they have those agreements, they're still missing out on stuff. And some people are theorizing whether or not Madden will be next, and I don't know. EA has been losing a lot of like game, I guess you could call them IPs. Like they lost Star Wars. They're not exclusive with Star Wars anymore, and now they're losing FIFA. So I mean, NFL dropped EA, trended for like a lot, like I want to say for like a week straight at one point, like either last year or it was like last year, because people were just so fed up, and there was just so many problems with Madden. And now they'll be pretty much focused on Madden, because that's going to be their biggest thing now. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with the FIFA branding when it's away from EA. Now, whether or not another company will pick it up, I don't know. I don't know what company could do it. I mean, maybe like 2K, where they like, how they used to do like NFL 2K5, stuff like that. Or they could maybe do something like FIFA 2K 24, 23, something like that. That's the only company I can really think of that really does sports related games, which means it's probably going to be them only. It'll be nice to see like that competition, because people complain. Mainly, the reason people complain about EA Sports games is they're like, hey, there's no competition, so these people aren't getting pushed. And I really think that competition brings out the best in people. You know, best like drive wise. Like, hey, I'm gonna put in as much effort as possible to become the best I can be to achieve this and that. And I think that in the long run, this will help EA improve, and maybe they'll be even able to get FIFA back. I don't see how they would be able to. I don't see how that would be something they could pull off, but I didn't think that they would ever lose FIFA, so I don't know. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up all my thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.